Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Election Commission issues notification for the first phase of polling for 18 assembly constituencies in Chhattisgarh. 2 Congress MLAs from Goa resigned from assembly, set to join BJP. UP Cabinet decides to rename Allahabad as Prayagraj. Hisar Court in Haryana sentences controversial godman Rampal to life imprisonment in a murder case. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to meet Saudi King Salman over the controversy of missing Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. And in sports, Suraj Pawar clinches silver in men's 5,000-meter race walk event in the ongoing Youth Olympic Games in Argentina. Election Commission today issued a notification for the first phase of polling for 18 assembly constituencies in Chhattisgarh to be held on the 12th of November. The assembly elections will be held in 2 phases in the state. More from our correspondent.
With the issue of notification for first phase of elections, the process of filing nomination papers began in 18 assembly constituencies of Chhattisgarh. These 18 assembly segments include 12 seats of all 7 districts of Maoist-affected Bastar Division and 6 seats of Rajnandgaon district. There are about 31,80,000 voters in these 18 seats. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
3 Jawans of Central Force ITBP were injured in a landmine blast triggered by the Maoists today near Panabarsa village at Manpur area in Rajnandgaon district of Chhattisgarh. Our correspondent reports that the blast took place when a team of ITBP was on a search operation. After the incident, security forces intensified the search operations in the area. Goa Congress MLAs Subhash Shirodkar and Dayanand Sopte have resigned as members of the State Assembly this afternoon. This was confirmed by the Goa Legislative Assembly Speaker Pramod Sawant. Speaking to AIR, Mr. Sawant said their resignations have been conveyed through fax and telephonically. Mr. Shirodkar was an MLA from the Shiroda constituency, while Mr. Sopte was an MLA from Mandrem. The 2 MLAs have also resigned from the Congress party. Talking to AIR News in New Delhi, Mr. Subhash Shirodkar said,
इसी महीने कांग्रेस पार्टी का प्राइमरी मेंबरशिप का राजीनामा दिया है और अभी शाम को भारतीय जनता पार्टी में मैं शामिल होता हूं.
We also spoke to Mr. Sopte.
We have to think of our constituency people and my constituency. दोनों तरह की जो ये होने चाहिए डेवलपमेंट, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज डेवलपमेंट वैसे कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, इसके लिए तो हमें लोग वोट देके चुनाते हैं. इसलिए हम दोनों ने तय कर दिया है कांग्रेस छोड़ के बीजेपी ज्वाइन करने के लिए.
Uttar Pradesh Cabinet today decided to change the name of Allahabad city to Prayagraj. The move was announced by the State Health Minister Siddharth Nath Singh. Mr. Singh said all departments, including railways, would be asked to change the name. He said new name will be effective from today. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, during his visit to Allahabad on Saturday, had said that the name of the city should be changed to Prayagraj if there is consensus on the same. Later, the Congress and other opposition parties opposed the announcement to rename the city. Congress said that Allahabad had a history attached to it and changing the name of the city to Prayagraj would undermine it. Earlier, former UP CM Akhilesh Yadav had said that government was trying to show that they are working by just changing the name. However, reacting to Yadav, Energy Minister and government spokesperson Shrikant Sharma asserted that the belief of people was hurt when the city was named Allahabad. Peaceful polling is underway in the 4th and final phase of municipal elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Out of 132 municipal wards in 8 civic bodies, polling is taking place in 24 wards of Srinagar Municipal Corporation and 12 wards of Ganderbal Municipal Committee. 52 candidates were elected unopposed, while no nomination was filed for 44 wards. More from our correspondent.
The polling is going on in a peaceful and orderly manner. 7.91% polling has been recorded in 12 wards of Ganderbal Municipal Committee till 12 p.m. Whereas the poll percentage in 24 wards of Srinagar Municipal Corporation has remained 2.3 in the same time. Elaborate security arrangements are in place in the areas where polling is taken place. While poll percentage in the valley in the four-phased municipal election process has remained very low, the four-phased electoral process is culminating violence-free mode, and that is a satisfying factor for the administration and security agencies. Mushtaq Ahmed Tantre, AIR News, Srinagar.
Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is helping unemployed youth to become self-dependent by providing financial assistance to start their own ventures. Many people in Haridwar district of Uttarakhand have availed this opportunity and now they are earning enough to support their families. A ground report from our Dehradun correspondent.
Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana provides loan without guarantee, loan without any hassle, has attracted many small businessmen towards this scheme. Rohit, who was once unemployed and took loan under this scheme. Now he is self-employed and satisfied.
मुद्रा लोन से मुझे बहुत बेनिफिट हुआ है. मैं अपना काम कर पाया हूँ, अपना रोजगार खोल पाया हूँ. नौकरी के लिए मुझे दर दर नहीं भटकना पड़ रहा है. दर दर भटकने के कारण मैं कभी अपना काम नहीं कर पा रहा था, कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा था मेरा. लोन मिला मुझे, इससे मुझे बैटरी रिक्शा मिली, तो मैं अपना काम अपने आप कर पा रहा हूँ.
Another beneficiary of Haridwar, Vijay, also appreciating this scheme, says that it is a big initiative to create employment.
मुझे लोन से इतना फायदा हुआ है कि मैं अपना रोजगार खुद कर पाया हूँ. अपनी छोटी सी एक दुकान खोली है मैंने उस लोन से, और अब किसी की नौकरी की जरूरत नहीं है मुझे बिल्कुल भी.
Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is providing platform to start their own business, which ensures better lifestyle and also generates more employment opportunities. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. Controversial godman Rampal, head of the Satlok Ashram in Haryana, has been awarded life imprisonment by a Hisar court today. The sentence was given in a murder case of 2014. It dealt with the deaths of 4 women and a child. Vijender, son of Rampal, and 13 others involved in the case have also been sentenced to life imprisonment. The court has also imposed a fine of 1 lakh rupees on each convict. Rampal and others were convicted in 2 cases last Thursday. In Kerala, with a day left for the opening of the famous Ayyappa temple at Sabrimala for puja on the Malayalam month of Tulam, protest over entry of young women in the temple intensified in various parts of the state. The state has been witnessing widespread protest over allowing entry of young women in the temple based on the recent Supreme Court verdict. Demanding protection of the ritualistic tradition, custom and practices at the temple, the Bharatiya Janata Party-led National Democratic Alliance (NDA) conducted Save Sabrimala March from the State Secretariat in Thiruvananthapuram to the palace town of Pandalam yesterday. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that strict action will be taken against those who block women entering the Sabrimala temple. Bihar government has announced that 1,500 crore rupees would be spent for immediate relief works in drought-affected 206 blocks of 23 districts in the state. The Disaster Management Department has chalked out several other relief measures with coordination of Agriculture, Rural Development, Food Supply and Public Health and Engineering Department. The state government has declared these blocks are drought-affected due to deficient rainfall, drying of standing crops and record 33% decrease of crop productivity. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has instructed officials of Agriculture Department for detailed survey of some other blocks in the state. Talking to AIR News, Secretary Bihar State Disaster Management Authority said, Pratyay Amrit said,
मुख्य रूप से हम लोगों ने जो बारिश के जो आंकड़े को देखा है, तो इस बार लगभग सामान्य वर्षापात से 26% के लगभग कम बारिश हुई और उसके बाद में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के निर्देशानुसार 3 बिंदुओं पर स्थल पर जाकर समीक्षा कृषि विभाग ने किया। 23 जिलों के 206 प्रखंडों को सुखाड़ग्रस्त घोषित किया गया है और यहाँ के किसानों को राज्य सरकार अपने संसाधन से एग्रीकल्चर इनपुट सब्सिडी के लिए राशि उपलब्ध कराएगी।
Sources said the state government may also declare some other blocks calamity affected after the fact-finding report is submitted. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today called upon the organizations to create an environment for whistleblowers to report any wrongdoing without any fear. Speaking at the 98th annual session of ASSOCHAM in New Delhi, Mr. Naidu said total tax compliance should be the motto of every corporate, and bodies like ASSOCHAM should sensitize its members on this aspect. He said creation of wealth and its proper distribution and utilization is crucial for the growth of the country. Addressing the session through video conferencing, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said India has an aspiring population which wants to erase the stigma of corruption. He said steps taken by the government like demonetization, GST, electoral bonds and insolvency and bankruptcy code are part of the cleansing process. He said,
India, which aspires to become a developed country, which is the fastest growing amongst the major economies, which has a huge aspirational population, has to really get out. The system had to be cleaned up. And therefore, each one of our reforms and administrative practices was to really create a situation.
Mr. Jaitley added, Aadhaar has helped in saving 90,000 crore rupees every year. He said India is facing challenges in oil as it has dependence on imports. Speaking on the occasion, Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu informed that government is preparing a plan for manufacturing airplanes in India as the country will have 100 new airports in next 15 years with investment of $65 billion. In a special address, Minister of State for Power and New and Renewable Energy R.K. Singh said bidding systems should be transparent. The minister said there is no scope for fixing in a transparent bid. In some international news, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will meet Saudi King Salman amid growing controversy over the fate of missing Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. He will later visit Turkey, where Khashoggi was last seen entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on 2nd of October. Turkish officials believe Mr. Khashoggi was murdered in the consulate by Saudi agents nearly 2 weeks ago, but Riyadh strongly denies this. Early today, Turkish police left the Saudi consulate where Mr. Khashoggi was last seen after an overnight search. It was the first time Turkish police had been allowed to enter the consulate building since the journalist's disappearance following disagreements between the two sides over the terms of any search. Maldives Supreme Court has ruled against admissibility of secret witnesses in a petition by President Abdullah Yameen to cancel the elections last month. The court delivered the ruling this afternoon after a 3-day hearing during which the president's lawyer argued that witnesses could face serious threats if their identities were revealed. The lawyer also alleged that the voting procedures in the presidential election were designed to favor his opponents. The Elections Commission's lawyer objected to allowing the secret witnesses in the case and asserted for fairness of elections. In Bhutan, campaigning for third parliamentary elections ended this morning. Polling for 47 seats of National Assembly, the lower house of the parliament, will be held on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. A total of 94 candidates are in fray for the final round of National Assembly elections. According to Bhutan's constitution, only 2 political parties who get highest votes in the primary round can participate in the final round of general elections. Suraj Pawar clinched a silver in men's 5,000-meter race walk event in the ongoing Youth Olympic Games to open India's medal account in athletics at Buenos Aires in Argentina. Pawar's total time was over 7 minutes slower than Martin Oscar of Ecuador, who topped the event. Puerto Rico's John Murillo finished third to claim the bronze. This is India's first athletics medal in this edition and third overall. Arjun and Durgesh Kumar had won a silver each in the inaugural edition in 2010. Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange climbed 291 points or 0.83% to 35,156. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange also surged 77 points or 0.74% to 10,590. The rupee in the afternoon deals at the Forex market also appreciated 21 paise to 73 rupees and 63 paise against the US dollar. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Election Commission issues notification for the first phase of polling for 18 assembly constituencies in Chhattisgarh. 2 Congress MLAs from Goa resigned from Assembly, set to join BJP. UP Cabinet decides to rename Allahabad as Prayagraj. Hisar Court in Haryana sentences controversial godman Rampal to life imprisonment in a murder case. And with that, we end the Midday News.